We gotta talk about that?
Never a question about you needing lotion.
I think this needs to be an intervention.
It should be intervention about you not having lotion. Oh my God.
Well, can we talk about intervention?
Talk about your intervention?
You think I need intervention?
Y'all tell me if you need intervention or not. I'm not gonna sit here and go back and forth with you about your lotion needs, because you need lotion.
Well, maybe we can ask the audience.
Oh Lord.
Do I need intervention? Is it that important?
Yes. She needs intervention about her
On a hot
lotion.
day.
Because it's really bad.
No, it's not.
It is.
Am I being recorded?
Yeah, you're being recorded.
Like right now?
You are being recorded. No, I don't want it.
I love my
I
baby.
do not want it at all. I do not
Can I
want
sit
it.
closer?
No, I think you're
probably
sitting
not.
just fine.
I think I need to sit closer.
You're stressing me. You're really stressing me.
Do I look strange on a sunny day with a sweater? It's windy out here. I'm just saying.
You're always like hot, or you're always cold. So, who knows?
Is that something I need intervention for?
Probably, honestly, yeah.
Oh.
Not gonna lie.
Or maybe
Anyways,
the weather she's.
hello everyone. My name is Holly, your favorite podcast hoster. You like that? Hoster. I'm here with
Pow pow.
I'm here with Dr. Bishop, Counselor Davis, Ernestine Davis.
Oh
It's
my
always fun calling your
goodness.
mom by her legal name, Ernestine. Anyways, we're here.
Especially when you used to forge it.
No. I never forged your signature. I know I can't
No,
write as good
all
as you.
three of you all forged my signature.
I never forged your signature. I might forge
Yes,
your name.
I found stuff, looking through stuff the other day. I said, this is not how I sign my name. But anyway, I won't press charges.
You won't?
Mm-mm.
I think you should, because some of your kids need it. Anyways, I'm here with her. She is a pastoral counselor.
It's a shame.
That's the word, pastoral? Pastoral counselor.
I guess
As soon
so.
as we get started, I just haven't want to leave. With Dr. Bishop, Counselor Ernestine Davis, she is a pastoral counselor. She's a pastor. She's a missionary. So go to Africa with her. She wants people to go out there to Africa. So if you want to go to Africa, this is the one to go with. So yeah, I'll leave all her information below in the description box. She does do counseling, so if you want some sessions, you can hit her up. You know, she ain't that expensive. You know, so yeah, you're not that expensive. I've been to some counselors, they'd be like, oh, the consultation is like $300. So I tell you, you ain't that expensive. But all right, so today I'm here with my mother and the counselor to talk about parenthood. I think it would be a good start to start there. That's because I am your child. You see how successful I am. So it has to be a fun topic to talk about. Because I'm awesome. So it's like, you know, it just makes sense.
It makes sense
Because I'm awesome. Yeah.
because you're awesome.
Yeah. So I have a couple questions.
Oh, good. At least we got some questions. I can work with questions.
All right. So, Mom, how long have you officially been a parent? How many years?
Officially? Over 30 years.
Okay. Did you want to be a parent? Like, was this like a goal of yours in life, or was it kind of like something that just you were like, now that I'm a certain age and I'm married, I'm not against having kids?
I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. I guess at some point. Okay, so the answer is I didn't always think that was something that I you know, you at 18, you don't put parent on your radar. Nope.
At what age do you think you said you wanted to become a parent?
Oh Lord, these should have been prep questions. Lord, I'm trying to think. Maybe 25, 27.
25 or 20? 25, 27.
Yeah.
My mom had me when she was like 35. Jesus, 35. Not ever. I told my husband I'm done having kids at 30. I'm about to make it 29. I'm not having no more kids. Mm-mm. You would not better have me in parent-teacher conferences at 60 years old. I'm not doing it.
You're not doing it?
No. I will cry.
Oh.
I'm not doing it. No.
Yeah. Well, I didn't need to have kids before 25. That was for certain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I always wanted kids. I always knew I wanted a family.
Oh.
That was on like my goals of life. At like 16, I wrote down like what I wanted to do with my life, and family and kids was like on that list.
Really?
But I only wanted 2 kids. I was done at 2.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Then I got married, and Sammy was like, I want 8. I said, we're gonna find a happy medium because I'm not having 8 kids. The devil is a lot.
That's probably because he wasn't gonna push him.
Exactly. He ain't pushing him out. He ain't got to worry.
He
about
ain't carrying on. He ain't pushing it.
Yeah.
So you just have to ignore that sometimes.
I do definitely ignore it. I'm not having 8 kids. He thinks he can have 8 kids, but yes, I kind of always knew I wanted to have a family.
Oh,
but
wow.
I think that I just didn't know in what capacity. I knew I wanted kids by the time I turned 25. But I didn't want them any time earlier than that. And for me to end up having my first kid at what, like 23? Yeah, 23. That's funny to me. So with being a parent, what would you say have been some of your hindrances, like things that you feel like you have to get through yourself in order to be a better parent?
I don't know. The first thing that comes to mind, if I just think about stuff that just come to my mind, since these questions were not prepped.
Your favorite podcast poster.
She's the unfair podcast hoster. I was saying getting over being a kid. I think you need to really be an adult to have kids.
Interesting. Why do you say that?
I don't think kids should raise kids.
I feel like you have like 16-year-olds that have kids and they do just fine.
No, they don't.
They be doing just fine. You be see them on 16 and pregnant, living their best life.
I haven't seen 16 and pregnant, and if I do, I'm gonna look at it and see a whole bunch of problems. I do not think kids need to be having kids.
You know, so what do you think is the proper age to have kids?
It's not a proper age to have kids. It's a level of maturity is when you need to have kids.
So what do you think a level of maturity is that you would need to have kids?
The first thing you need to be delivered from is selfishness.
Okay. What's the next thing?
You're gonna need some money.
Money. Okay. Gotcha. What else? After money, after selfishness and money, what else?
A support system.
Okay. I agree with you on that. I do think the selflessness is big on that list. I feel like a lot of people have kids and they don't understand that having kids is deeper than just being able to have like, something to dress up and call pretty and cute and look at and goo goo gaga at. Having kids is a lot of work, like a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of having to check yourself so you don't lose your mind. A lot of I want this, but the kids need this. A lot of I can't be selfish in this area, or like I can't think of myself only in this at this time right now. You know, it's a lot of making yourself like really last on the list. So I definitely agree with you on that. And then the financial part, I think that is also a piece of it. I think it does come with time, though. Definitely for someone that has kids younger, like I had my heart at 23, and even though me and Sammy are, even at the time we were doing pretty good for ourselves. I still think that I would always like to have more money, and so that's why I think that money's kind of like something that I think people are always going to want more of. You know what I mean? Like you can never have enough money unless you're like Jeff Bezos. At this point, once you get to like trillions and billions, at this point you have so much money. But like as a regular person, you can never have too much money. You know what I mean? So I feel like money is also something that people are going to need. And then the last thing you said was a support system, and that's 100%. Like, because I feel like for like 2 years, you guys took care of Sahara.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't pay for daycare. It was Sahara with her grandparents for 2 years. She didn't get sick. It was peaceful. And now we have baby number 2. And even now, it's like, I know I have support, like with you guys, with Sammy's parents, so support is definitely important. I'll give you that. I would say my hindrances for having kids is realizing what my fears are and not transferring them. You know, my fear of heights, my fear of other different bugs, my fear of school, because my fear of people, like not liking people, you know, stuff like that. Make sure I don't transfer it. So like Sahara, she loves people. You know, she's starting to get scared of heights now, but I think that's a new thing. Like she watches too much TV. That's what I think it is. Because at one point she was just jumping off everything.
Well, I think that she probably had an experience.
Yeah, but I just don't know what the experience could have been.
Oh, I know.
What was it?
Remember when she went to the little park thing?
Oh, and the little boy
pushed her.
Okay,
Ever since that
Ever since
day.
then, she has been really kind of staying away from certain things.
She really did not like that.
Yeah, but one thing I'm gonna teach my kids to do is fight. So if your kid outside acting up, just know my kid's gonna be throwing them hands. Cause if I gotta step in, I'm gonna act up. So let them do it. You know, you're gonna be boxing. I don't do this with kids. I've been trying to learn myself how to do it, but it is hard.
Yeah, well, we've been taking her back and forth and kind of encouraging her that all kids don't behave that way. It's really the least amount of children that behave that
you
way.
Would think that.
And to encourage her that, you know, it's okay. You know, it's going to be all right. So we keep taking her back. Some days it's better, but it's
a battle.
It's still in her mind that she didn't like that.
Yeah. Yeah, like we went to like the little air jumpy place, like was it like last week I think, and like that top one you can jump off of, and she was so excited to get up there, and that little girl like went up there and she was like kind of like making her kind of do it. She was like, I don't want to do it anymore, mommy. I said, okay. You know, also like learning to not force your kids to do something that they don't want to do. Like
it depends.
I've learned that too. It does depend. You're right, but I think like when it comes to like for example like, you know, like at one point like kids would like parents would be like, oh, if you don't eat your food, you gotta sit here until you eat your food. You can't go to sleep if you don't eat all your food on the plate. That kind of thing, like
I understand that.
I'm against those kind of things.
Kids also say they don't want to go to school.
Well, yeah, that was me as a kid. I did not want to go to school. If it was up to me, I would not have been in school. I would have been somewhere else, minding my business, sleeping, preferably, because I did not like school. I still don't like school.
Yeah. But that's the thing. In reality, you don't get a lot of times. You don't get choices.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. But I feel like for certain things, yes. But like
certain things,
realistically, some things you can't have choices on, and I think that you should, you know, choose. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so what do you want to eat? Will this work? You know, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like some things you can choose, things you can't choose on. I would say, you know, and then I'm also big on explaining, like, okay, you can't do this and this is why. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I can see where those things, they do matter. They do have their place. But life does not explain things.
My mama loved
life
me
just
in positions
happens to you.
Where I felt like it was like, I should not have to be doing this. Like, school was traumatic for me. And I'm like, Mommy, I want to be homeschooled. Take me out of the public school system. And she was like, life is going to hand you things, and you have to just get through them. And I was like, no. And she would always threaten me because I was like, Mom, I'm not going to school. She'd say, well, if you don't go to school, then me and your dad can get arrested. And I would be like, well, maybe I need to get arrested because I'm not going to school.
Can you imagine your kid wants you to go to jail?
I said, y'all might have to just take one for the team because I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going. I refuse.
Well, okay, so let me kind of retract this statement. There are areas in life where you do have an option. Your decisions predict or project your future. That does happen. However, sometimes, like if you're on the road and you're traveling and somebody drifts out their lane, there are portions in life or places in life that you absolutely have no control over.
Yeah.
So you don't get an explanation when you're driving along 285 in Atlanta of why this car has drifted out of its lane, and now you're sitting here laid up And
how many? You gotta tell me nothing. That's fine. I need my money.
And so now life is, you get these interceptions, and they are nowhere near in the plan, but you still got to make the decision. There still needs a decision has to be made. You either gonna press or
Stop. Or give up. Yeah, that was my mom's favorite thing to say. You're either gonna press through it. Well, she didn't give me the option to give up, but she said you're gonna get through school. And I was like, I cannot do it. I cannot do it.
Failure and stopping is not an option.
Yeah.
And I can also see where people say in failure you learn. But see, when I'm thinking of the word failure, that means giving up, stopping. The Word of God says that a just man falls 7 times and gets back up again. That means even the best of us gonna fall, but we keep getting up.
Yeah.
You got to keep getting up. And so therefore, yes, you're 10 years old in school, not having the best time, and I could make the decision to, get her out of this distress, or I could teach you how to get through distress.
She didn't teach me. You know what she taught me? She used to have me up all hours of the night doing math problems. There was one night she said, Holly, you got to do 100 math problems. She was sitting there asleep. I said, well, who got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to school?
I can't believe you did not do all those problems. How many did you do?
I did all 100 because I was trying to leave and you would wake up like, let me check your work. I was like, dang it, I want to go to sleep. I want to go to sleep.
That happened just a couple times.
Exactly, just a couple times too many. I wanted to sleep.
Did you get through it?
I got through it. We graduated by the hair in my chinny chin chin.
Never retained, always graduated.
Yeah. I was never kept back in any grade.
We just kept going.
My mom
did
force me to go to summer school
every year.
She made me go to summer school,
even when she didn't have to.
I didn't have to. I never had to go to summer school.
She needed that reinforcement, and she didn't need a break in school.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I love that dress.
That is cute.
You're welcome.
She wearing that dress.
Rose gold is nice.
Yeah, this Tatiana dress is nice too.
Yeah.
That is really pretty.
She's walking stressful in them heels. Them heels hurt her
She
feet
needs to take them things off. She should put on my shoes.
She should put on something. Walk barefoot.
Tell the truth. Your feet hurt. Everybody else no.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Look at her. Take them off.
Come on, girl, get on up out them shoes. Now she can walk cute for real.
Yeah, now she can actually walk. Get cute.
No, she can walk cute now.
Yeah, just put on that flip flop. There she go. Yeah.
Somebody help that child.
Yeah, please help her. It's all gonna be a hilarious blooper. By the way, it's prom, I guess, this weekend.
Is that what we got going on?
And so we're seeing all these people walking around for prom. We're at Piedmont Park, so.
In their cute dresses.
Yeah, they're all in their dresses and stuff like that, and their heels. So now that you have all adult children, you have no more kids in the home. Even though some of them be trying to sneak back in. What would you say you've learned from parenthood in the 30 years you've been doing it?
What have I learned from parenthood? The first word that comes to mind is long suffering.
That's a sad word. The first word that comes to mind is not joy, happiness, peace. She said long suffering. You know what that means? That means suffering for a long time. that means that in this life you're going to suffer for 30 years. Go ahead.
I lack patience. So you asked what I learned. I learned how to acquire patience. It came very late because my patience was really short. Because I'm really old school. Because I was raised by my grandmother, so that makes me really old school.
Because your grandma
was born in 1910. So
1910. You know what that means? That she was probably on that ship. That's what that means. At least her parents were on that ship. That's what that means. Her parents came over as slaves. That's what
that means. She'd be 114.
Yeah.
Right now.
Jesus.
Yes. And so My grandmother passed away when she was 74 and I was 23 actually. So, and I was the last child to come out of my grandmother's house, and so I still couldn't go places and do things, stuff like that. Where a parent may have more leniencies because they're closer in age to their child. And so my mother was only 15 years older than me. You know, so I have very rigid traditional beliefs and thoughts when it comes to raising kids. And I, to a certain degree, I still kind of have that, but I have it with a better understanding.
Now we're her grandparents, now we're her grandkids, because her grandkids are able to do whatever they want. They can just rip and run and rave around the house. I what her
It's
grandkids
not
get
my
to do.
responsibility.
Exactly. She loves saying that. She loves saying it's not my responsibility, but when they're at your house, that sounds like that they are your responsibility. That's what that sounds like to me. If they're in your home,
I'm no longer long suffering. I have patience.
now you got patience. She just said. Now she just said she don't have none.
They don't have to go to school if they don't
See?
want.
You see what I'm talking about?
I'm not gonna go to
You see
jail.
what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? She just said she ain't gonna go to jail, they're gonna go to school. What about
I
me?
think the other part too is you learn over time better how the human works. I think you do.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you on
If
that.
if you care to know, you learn better how the human behavior works a little bit. And then the other thing that's on my side too is, as a believer, Christ really tells you, oh wow, if you read
100%.
the Bible, it really
100%.
tells you about human behavior
And yourself.
and yourself. But it does teach that. The Bible really does teach you about what human behavior is, and how you're supposed to behave, how you're supposed to govern yourself in whatever relationship you're in, work, parent, wife, husband, child. It just teaches you how to govern yourself, and it works whether you are a believer or not. You read the Bible, it works
Now, after you read the Bible, you might become a believer
because it works.
because it works. Yeah, I think that in the 4 years I've been a parent, because I'm almost 30, I had to heart at 23. I'm pushing my times. It's almost been 4 years. It'll be 4 years October. I be forgetting to heart's only 3 years old. Sometimes I be thinking she's like 4 or 5.
She a grown woman.
She be acting real grown. I cannot. Tali's about to be 6 months in like a week. Ugh. I'm stressing. That's a weird looking bird. So that what I've learned in like the almost 4 years I've been a parent is having patience is a big thing. That's like a lot of people do not have. And a lot of people say that they do have patience, but your patience isn't really tested until you have someone that's just like you, walking around on earth doing what you would do, and you realize like, okay, yeah, nah, like I really don't have patience for myself or for anything, you know. So that's taught me that. I think that I've gotten a lot better over the years. And now that the heart's older, she could talk more and be more combative. It's bringing it back out again. Cause she be testing me. I like the heart. Can you do this? No. Why not? Cause I said so. Cause you said so. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. Let's go time out. Cause you stressing me. And then also like, cause like I feel like I'm trying to lean more towards like in between like gentle parenting and like traditional parenting. As in you still gonna get, you know, your little pops, right? But I'm trying to do it in a way like to transition. You know what I mean? Like it won't be automatically like get you, but it will be like Sahara, you know. We're gonna start counting in a few minutes. That's how I count. You're gonna go time out.
But your count is probably going to start before everybody else.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. I'm gonna start counting when I first see something. 1, 2. Okay. All right. Let's come over here because you're stressing me. You know. And so I start counting. It's counting don't work. We go time out. Time out don't work. Then you're gonna get this. You're gonna get a little tap. This is be for real because you ain't listening at that point. You're just not listening. But I think I am working on. I think I've gotten better with my patience and area when it comes to raising children. My overall patience is still working. I'm still working on that, but when it comes to my kids, it's definitely gotten better. And then I've also learned, I think what it means to be a parent, because I feel like everybody has their own definitions of what parenting is. Some people, for parenting, it's just the idea of having a baby trophy. You know what I mean? But for me, I think parenting is hands-on. Like, parenting is getting in there, the nitty-gritty thing that you don't want to do, and being okay with where you don't want to be, even though you know it's for your kid. That makes sense. Like, we're potty training, and I do not do smells like poop, farts. Like, I don't like them, you know. But I had to get past myself. People changing diapers. They need the diaper change still, so her still have to go to the bathroom. You know, she might pee on herself. I might get a little, okay, let's get past it. Let's get her cleaned up, and then I freak out afterwards. You know what I mean? So I think that, you know.
Well, see, I'm totally opposite. I inspect poop.
Yeah, she likes
You have
doing
to
it.
inspect
She likes doing it
because it tells you how your child is doing.
I'm gonna Google it, but please throw that in the trash can. And it smells horrible.
The trash I put in the toilet.
I mean the toilet. The toilet. And it smells horrible. Please put that.
You have to inspect that too. It has to have the proper odor, the proper consistency. And if it doesn't, we got some stuff we need to kind of think about. And we're gonna wait for the next poop and see if it resolves.
Yeah,
itself.
I did want to see what that one looked like.
And how did that one look?
Did she go poop today?
No.
Maybe she tried to go poop. She hasn't been pooped since that day.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I might take her to the doctor sometime this week.
Let's get her some water in there and see what's going on. Because she was trying to.
Yeah, I might go to her doctor, talk to her doctor, and we,
But you can always give her warm fruit juice.
Oh, God, we're not doing that. What is one thing that you think that you would change with the way that you parented, or, because it's not really something moving forward because your kids are at the house, but, yeah, what was one thing you would change, or
I would work through just being so nervous. Because there were so many directions that my kids could have went in, which would have been would have been the wrong direction. I shouldn't say the wrong direction, but it would have been the long way. Okay. And life has so many lessons for you to learn, and you don't have to learn them all when you're young.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, you don't need all that trauma.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would try to work through some of those things. But at the same time, I would make sure that I understood myself better. It sounds kind of vague. But to reassure myself that things are going to be okay with you all, regardless. It was just going to be okay. But as a parent, I just didn't want you all to suffer certain traumas that I know would set you back in life.
With the way that we were doing things.
Yeah, it would really, don't. Now, on this side, because you didn't go through it, doesn't look like it would have set you back. But I'm telling you, it would have set you back. Like, say, for example, we joke about making you go to school and not homeschooling. We joke about that. But I still think to this day that it was the better route. To get in there and fight with you versus going a different direction. Because that would have created a different kind of a
version of myself. You think? I think I still would have been crazy.
No,
I still would have been myself.
Well, I think in that situation you were able to gain some strength.
Yeah, I think that it does. I think that with school, it definitely made me gain strength, but it also put me in positions where I don't like a lot of people.
You wasn't gonna come out of it not like it. It was gonna get worse.
I really do not like people. I think over the years, I think I've had to get past my not liking people, but if it was up to me, it was me, my family, and that's it.
But see, then I would have put you in a position to be more withdrawn. You think about it.
Yeah.
You would have been more withdrawn.
But no, I feel like I would have not known the evil in people enough to be withdrawn. Like that, because I've had to deal with so much. It's like I see people for who they are before, they're able to show me who they are, which is a good thing because it saves time at the end of the day. But
I'm looking from a different angle, and you're looking from a different angle, and they're both okay.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah.
So, because we could say if I would have, should have, could have. But to me, it would be teaching you how to abandon. Yeah, so the 23rd Psalm says, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. You see, you still gotta, in this life, you gotta walk through. You don't get to just make the escape and cower back and be afraid to confront. No, I'm going through here, whether you want me to come through here or not.
Yeah.
And so that's what you did. So you were in a system that didn't want you in it, but you took the position, I'm going to stay here anyway, and you're going to teach.
Yeah, that came with a whole bunch of stuff. But maybe we'll do an episode together about school trauma.
Okay, yeah, maybe we'll do an episode together about school trauma. But you see, and then in that, we taught a whole bunch of people. Few teachers.
They could have got listen to somebody else. I'm gonna be asking God, like, why did he let it come through me? It could have came through so many other little kids.
You were part of integrating the system.
Yeah, exactly. I was listen to that. I was a part of integrating a system. Mind you, I'm only 27. Think about that. So yeah, hot mess. It was a hot mess.
Yeah, so if everybody got up and run out, then we don't get to change anything.
I'm with Umar when he says things should have stayed separate. You should have had a black community, white community, and left it at that. Cause boy, but anyways,
I do not believe in.
I believe in segregation.
I do not.
I believe in it. I believe that we would be doing so much better as people. Let them do their stuff, let them do their stuff, and we can just live our best life.
I do not believe in separate but equal.
Really?
I think it should be integrated.
I don't see the benefits.
We should have our own neighborhoods. I think we should take pride in our culture and who we are.
Benefits of it.
I don't.
I think that
I have my issue with it. We can discuss it another day. But I have an issue.
Okay, we'll do it another day. Anyways, this was my mother. We did talk about parenthood today, so I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast episode. I have plenty more coming out soon. So we'll go from there. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Subscribe to my podcast channel. So join Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, all that fun stuff to be on those things as well. Of course, like I said, credit information will be in the description box below. What were you gonna say?
And then I just really want to go on record and say, yes, I raised 3 kids, but I raised 3 very successful.
We are very successful children. Yes, I'll give her that.
In their own rights, and they did get a good launching pad. Yeah. Meaning a good start. I believe that they did. They got a good start. Things that went so much worse.
Yeah.
And so, as a mother, and for my husband, I'll vouch for him and say, I believe it was the tools that we had and the knowledge that we had, we were able to point them in a particular direction.
And also, I think I have two of the best parents in the world. Beyond the whole stuff we joke around about school, I don't have any issue with the way our parents raised us. I think that it's funny because now as an adult with children, I'm starting to see how I'm like my mom more and more every day. Because certain things we put a cross on and throw it out because I'm not doing it. But yeah, no, I think that the way I personally I respect the way I was raised. I think I prefer it over other ways I think it would be raised. You know what I mean? So yeah. But anyway, see you on the next podcast episode. Bye.